I can't believe that this is the last episode of this series before I run my first marathon on Sunday. It is wild saying that out loud, and I have no idea how we got here, but now we are here, and I guess that's amazing on its own. Today I'm going to be talking you through 3 things that has kind of shaped and framed these last couple of weeks of training before the marathon. But before I do that, if you didn't watch the last episode, you can see it up here. It is quite a good one, so I wouldn't miss it if I were you. First things first, taper, taper, taper. Obviously we are now in taper phase, so that makes sense.
Sometimes I feel the camera is literally like in my face.
Let me just start off with saying that taper running is not easy.
These intervals, killer, right?
Yeah.
Hard?
Yeah, hard but good. The pace is there, it's just mentally.
Technically it gets easier because the distances is shorter and all that.
It's a bit awkward because like the big runs are kind of done, and then makes me wonder, oh, should there been more of them?
We have been doing, 10Ks around race day pace, some intervals, some speed work, a few a little bit longer runs. In theory, that's not hard. And I've kind of been looking forward towards the taper phase throughout this whole training block. Now the marathon is almost here, and that is actually really scary. And then on top of that, I am mentally tired and I am physically tired of this long training block. It just doesn't feel the way I was expecting it to feel.
I don't think it was that bad.
I just died the last like 4K.
I feel a lot more worn out than I was expecting to do.
How you feeling?
Yeah, it was a good distraction. You can just chat. But we're also going way slower today.
In all these runs, I think the only one that's really worth mentioning was the 21K that we did.
Like a ghost.
You do look like a ghost.
Huh?
I say you do look like a ghost.
Why that was important was because I've decided that I'm gonna carry my own gels. Initially Kema was gonna carry it for me, but now I've decided I'm gonna carry them myself just to cut out some of the logistics, but also just in case anything happens, I have them with me. So that means I'm gonna have to be running with a belt, which I haven't done in the training block. But the bigger thing was probably that we wanted to replicate what the weather conditions were gonna be on race day. The marathon starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, so we're meant to be finishing around 11, which then means full-on Dubai sun. What we did was that we started the 21K at 9 o'clock. It was actually okay, like weather-wise it was fine.
400, keep going. Stop. How you feeling?
I mean, the run on its own felt crap, but that's another story. But in terms of prep, it was a good session.
Like it's proper gold. So if we can have this, that would be absolutely amazing. Because now it's 6:30 almost. We're late. Huh?
I got the heart pumping.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I have no idea what the paces were though.
3, possibly 4 more runs before the marathon.
That was wild, yeah.
Wild.
The second thing to be talking about is change of scenery. As you have been seeing, we have been running on the marina and on Kite Beach to the death of us. We are so tired of it, and I think you are as well watching us do it. But that wasn't the key thing. The key thing was, 1 week before the marathon, my energy levels were not there. I just needed something else. So Kema decided to take me away to Fujairah over the weekend, so under the city.
According to the GPS, an hour 30, but that has been changing consistently throughout the whole drive. And we're out of snacks and it's dark and it's going to be late, but yeah, it's fun with a change of scenery, someone said. I think he's driving, so he's not super happy about that.
We just spent the weekend there and did 14K. It was not a big run. We did the 14K somewhere else. And it was just so nice getting away and having something different to look at. So that was absolutely amazing. And then Kema had to go to Kenya for work. So the last week leading up to the marathon, which in a way is probably the most crucial one, he was not here. For those of you that have been following along throughout this whole journey, you also know that he has literally been running every step of the training block with me, with very, very few exceptions. So him not being here for this week, I think we both felt all kinds of way about. Luckily, it was only 2 runs left. So what I did was Monday and Tuesday, I was in the gym, very light work, you know, focusing on stretching, calf work, making sure there was no overload at all. On Wednesday, I did race day pace intervals, not very fast, again, reminding my body of the rhythm and the pace we're gonna do on Sunday. And then Thursday was 7.5K easy. I guess what made it special was that it is literally the last run before the marathon. So if that's not special, I don't know what is actually. So obviously then with Kema not being here, we obviously spent a lot of time on the phone, just chatting and him like making sure I was good, you know, eating and resting and, you know, all of those things. I'm nervous, you know.
But you said you were light on your feet. Oh, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You said you were light on your feet today.
Yeah, no, I was light on my feet. I think the last mile I did like 5:25 without really noticing. And I think that also leads into the third thing, which is actually around advice from other runners. Taking on such a challenge that a marathon is, there's no way that you can fully prepare yourself for what it is. So speaking to others, I think has been really, really helpful. One of them was our neighbor, Brett.
You doing your long runs at your race pace means your race pace is faster.
He just finished his first marathon in Hong Kong.
I've done 1:35, but that was like split up in the middle. And I've done 3:32s or 2:32s and then 2:28s. And a lot of 24 and below.
When I was talking to him, we had quite a long chat on one of the runs.
Yeah.
I think you have a lot of longer-ish runs.
And I think the key takeaway for me was that, you know, you can never prepare for everything.
Yeah, a lot of this like mid-distance, I guess, like
Yeah.
21 to 25.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always going to be things that show up on race day that you didn't plan for, didn't account for. And the key thing then is, how do you handle that? How do you ensure that you are mentally prepared to deal with that? I can't control the race day. I'm gonna have to adapt to the race day. Secondly, obviously, other person to speak to was, of course, Kema.
It is literally a week out. Well, not literally, because it's a week and a day or something out from the marathon, and I feel like that's the only thing that's on my mind. I even dreamt about running the marathon last night, so I think my nerves are starting to get like the best of me. And I'm quite tired mentally, I'm tired physically. Like, yeah, it's a part of me that just wants to have this all over.
He knows me as a runner, as a person as well, but as a runner, he knows me really, really well. He knows all my strengths, he knows my weaknesses.
I think you have the lung capacity and the cardio in you and the endurance. So it'll be fine on the day. I'm feeling very bullish, very confident about the chances.
For him to be able to say that I believe that you can do the distance and I believe that you can do the pace, for him to believe that I can, makes me think that I also can. I don't really think that there is that much more to say. This is now the last week, and the only thing that is left to do is believe.